What does it mean to build something that doesn't exist yet? I've been thinking about that question a lot lately. In my last video, I talked about paying attention, about carrying my journal with me and writing down the things I notice. But something happened after that. While I was at work, an idea came to me. It's an idea that probably won't become a reality for many years, and yet, I found myself writing it down anyways. It made me wonder, is writing something down the first act of building it? Am I planting the seed of something that doesn't exist yet? I used to think building began when something became visible. A finished painting, or a completed project. Maybe a dream finally becoming real. But I'm beginning to think it starts much earlier. Maybe building begins the moment I decide an idea is worth keeping. But I also realized that writing an idea down doesn't suddenly give me the ability to create it. It simply gave me the inspiration to work towards it. And because of that, I have been making different decisions in my little corner of a studio. Instead of rushing into my self-portrait and becoming frustrated that it wasn't coming out the way I imagined, I've been spending more time studying, painting, master studies, practicing composition, learning different techniques that I know my future paintings will benefit from. And for a while, I felt guilty because I was putting my paintings aside. And it made me wonder if I was avoiding my own work. But I'm beginning to see it differently. Because I realized before I could paint the paintings that I imagine, I have to build the artists who can paint them. The more I think about it, the more I realize that building something rarely looks like the way I imagine. Building is not one big moment, but it's a collection of small decisions made over and over again. It is a page in my journal. It is another master copy. An afternoon spent practicing. An idea I decide not to forget, so I write it down in my journal. Maybe that's what building is. It's returning to an idea long before anyone else knows it exists. this idea of building something has also shown up in my slow correspondence. And what I'm doing is I am practicing my wax seal because it's a hard wax seal. And so I'd rather do a couple practice runs before I put it on my letter. And this is the third letter that I just finished. And last week I sent 2 letters. And the more that I thought about it, the more I realize how I'm also building an experience for someone else. Because when I'm working on the letters, I am having the person experience my words and my thoughts. And so it made me even more intentional in how I am building my letters. Oh, this was a good one. Might be a little bit too thick. So I'm just more intentional with the materials that I'm using. And I'm using a specific kind of paper, or even like the envelopes that I'm using, which has like a pop of brown color, which I find really pretty. And all this is because it's an experience for someone when they are receiving my letter. And I'm just so grateful for the 3 people that are helping me. They are giving me feedback, and I'm able to see what's going to work and what's not going to work. And I'm going to take that feedback and work on creating the next iteration before I launch it into this world. And I'm very excited to see what's gonna come out of this. But let me just do this so I do not mess it up. It's a balance. Too much wax and it's not good, and a little bit of wax and it's not gonna seal. So I'm just gonna this might be a good one. And I'm just gonna let that sit. And I got this wax from a company that sells really nice stationery products. And I bought this brown wax. But the problem is that it's very gunky, and I'm still haven't been able to figure out how to melt it. But so far I like this red one. So I'm using the red one. But there is just one spot left for those who are interested in receiving a letter and help me shape this project of mine. And it's completely free. All I would need is just the feedback and your honest thoughts about it, because it's gonna help me see what's working, what's not working. So now I'm just gonna lift this up, and it's a perfect. It looks so good. This might be like the perfect one, the nicest one that I've done, because it has taken me so many practice. But that's part of the process when I'm building something, right? But all right, so now I'm just gonna work on a drawing, and yeah, I'm just so excited to build this and have this come into fruition. we'll see how it goes.